Hi, Dan here from BFS Wargaming. Just a little tournament review, pre and post. I will be attending the Animosity's Vigilus Wargaming tournament at the Outpost in Sheffield on the 10th of Feb. It's a narrative competition, which is a bit different to what I've done before. So I'm quite looking at the narrative style missions. It'll be very much Imperium versus everyone else. So I think I'm playing my Jakari army. I've gone with a sort of competitive list. Cabal of the Black Heart with 2 Archons. Be running 3 Cabalite Warriors of 3 units of 5. What else did I put in there? 2 Ravagers, a Raider, a Venom. I'm also running a Spearhead of Prophets of Flesh, which will be a homunculus, 2 squads of 3 Grotesques, a 5-man rack squad, and 3 Talos individually united. And also running an air wing, 2 Razor Wings and a Void Raven Bomber. That pretty much makes up my 1750 list. I'll be taking the Writ of the Living Muse on the 1 Archon, and Helm of Spite on another, and also Mask of the Vexator on the homunculus. So I'm hoping I'll do well. If I get to top half, that would be really good. Like I say, it's a semi-serious Jakari list, but we'll see how we get on. Right then, so we're here at Vigilus. How well do you think how confident are you after seeing the armies laid out?
I might be okay against some of the orcs, maybe, but yeah, it might be quite hard work actually, because I'm taking a very, not very hugely competitive list, but I'm just looking forward to playing. Yeah, it'll be a good day. It's a nice place. Seem like a nice bunch of fellas. I know a few of them from gaming with them about 5 years ago, so yeah, it should be quite fun. Enjoyable to do.
Yeah, well, it looks you've got a lot of volume of shots. So I think, like I say, the orcs. I think you'll be alright against any bond saves as well.
Yeah.
Should be alright. And good luck.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and to you too. What do you reckon you're going to do today then, Dan?
Don't know. It's 2 admech lists I don't like the look of. With the -1 to hit. If they play the Stygies 8 or whatever it's called, and there's a big night, and I don't know. The orcs I'm quite looking forward to playing.
Yeah.
But I do seem to have very few models compared to everyone else. So we'll see how the air wing gets on. It should be good. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. But quite hoping I finish top half. If I finish top half, I'll be happy. So we'll see how we get on.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Ryan, Vigilus.
Yeah.
After looking at the armies, how do you feel? Are you confident?
Some, maybe. Others, uphill battle.
What are you worried about fighting?
Mainly the Carcharodons and the Gallicum. That's probably the bigger 2. The Death Watch and the normal Space Wolves, I think, will be probably the least punishing of the lists, but still going to be quite hard. But mainly just having a bit of fun, really.
Couple of nights.
Yeah,
Couple of nights list, or admech and
admech nights as well. So no idea how to deal with them, but it should be fun.
So have a look at what missions we play. I think it's going to be very mission critical.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So we'll see.
Post Animosity Vigilus tournament, I did better than expected. I got joint first place with a guy called Dean, who was running Death Guard. The Imperium were beaten by the forces of everyone else. It was a real good day. It was different playing the narrative style missions in a tournament, but my list was quite flexible, so it seemed to do quite well. Really friendly environment, friendly run tournament. The narrative missions added something a little bit different. Some were card based, some were objective based. So, you know, a lot of the narrative Vigilus missions were used. We had a lot of terrain, impacting elements. We had to roll forward at the beginning of the turn, like visibility. On one of my missions, the shooting was down to you couldn't shoot outside 12 inches, which obviously hindered. I ended up on the same board twice and ended up having that same problem with 12-inch shooting for quite a few turns. But I managed to get around it and won both missions. I got 3 major victories. So really pleased with how the list went and how I played the games. It was good. Didn't get to face the AdMech list. There was 2 AdMech lists actually, both involving knights, and in fact one probably was a knight involving AdMech really more than AdMech involving knights. I didn't play either of them lists, and I would have quite liked to have gone on and tested myself against them, because I thought they could be quite competitive, especially the one with the 4 Castellan robots and the Knight Errant and the 2 Drune Crawlers. I think that would have been quite a challenging list to play against. With Stygies 8 as well, so you know, -1 outside 12. So yeah, that list I think would have been difficult. But overall, really pleased with my placing. Ben and Ryan, they had a good day, did well. Up highs and lows for them guys. Ryan played heavy Poxwalker list and just didn't have quite enough firepower for the armies he went up against. He played against the Knight Errant and AdMech list, and he didn't do too badly. It was he played the mission. It came down to the wire, because I finished my game a bit early. I went and watched his, and yeah, it came right down to the wire. If it had been called a couple of minutes earlier, he probably would have won on the points. So you know, I had Space Wolves first, really heavy Thunderwolf list. And we were playing the convoy mission, so I had to get to the other end of the board without being stopped by him. I ended up tabling him on that mission. Just volume of shots got through the invuln saves of the storm shields. Sorry, the Thunderhammer storm shields, and then my air wings attachment took out his long fangs. But he did take out a Ravager with 1 round of attacks from the Thunderhammers, and I did think it could go badly at that point. I thought, oh dear, if I get another one taken out, he's taken half the points value out, which means he would have won anyway. On the second game, I played a Marine Imperium list, which involved 2. I think it's a Storm Eagle, the transport version of that, and the gunship version, and that was I was a bit dubious about playing that. Then neither of us could shoot past 12, which meant it was more a case of getting in close combat, and I think I was more geared up to the close combat than he was. And then on the final game, I played Deathwatch on the escort mission, and I don't think his list was optimal for the mission. He had 2 flyers and he had to escort this Rhino, and it just fell for me really, the way the mission laid out, and his units. He had a lot of troops, and obviously none of them could keep up with the transport when you need them to try and get across the board, and he didn't have much escort in it. So I think it was just the way that the list was for that mission. I think if he'd been a bit more tailored, it would have been a lot harder for me to win that one. It just so happened that his troop-heavy list was vulnerable to the flyers and the homunculus coven. But it was a really good day. Some great people there, and you know, we had there's a part 2 as well. I think it's the 31st of March. So I may be attending that one down at the outpost in Sheffield. So we'll look forward to at least trying to get there anyway, and hopefully I'll give you another tournament review after that. Cheers, BFS Wargaming out.